I swear to you that thinking too much is a disease, a real, genuine disease. Fyodor Dostoevsky. You've noticed something about yourself for which you've never found the right words. You see through things, not out of malice, not as a display of cynicism or superiority, but as a reflex, an involuntary clarity that arises before you even have time to choose it. The subtext of conversations, the mechanics behind people's gestures, the gap between what someone says and what they actually mean, the distance between what you feel and what you show, between the story you tell about your life and what you silently know to be true beneath it. Most people do not go through this, and that is not a compliment. Most people move through life with what Dostoevsky called the blessed opacity of the man of action. The person who sees enough to function and feels enough to stay motivated. They are protected by a kind of merciful cognitive limitation from the total weight of what is actually happening within and around them. They act, they decide, they move forward, not because they've resolved the contradictions, but because they haven't analyzed them directly. And that gaze, the relentless, involuntary clarity of a mind that cannot turn off its focus, is what Dostoevsky diagnosed in his Underground Man, the disease of acute consciousness. By the end of this video, you will understand that your perception is not a slightly miscalibrated gift. It is a wound, a specific wound with a specific architecture, and the first step toward anything resembling freedom is to stop pretending it is anything else. The Underground Man, Dostoevsky's most honest creation, is not stupid. He is the opposite of stupid. He is, in almost every respect, more perceptive than anyone around him. And he can do nothing, not because he lacks will, not because he lacks desire, but because the same consciousness that allows him to see clearly also allows him to see all the reasons why his action might fail, all the ways his motivation might be contaminated. For every reason to act, the conscious mind produces 1,000 reasons to doubt, and the doubt is not irrational. That is the horror of the situation. The doubt is pertinent. Think of the last important decision you postponed, the project you analyzed until the analysis became indistinguishable from evasion. You could see with painful precision every possible way for it to go wrong. This is the machinery of the Underground Man. The hyper-conscious person sees the threads of their own manipulation while they are manipulating them. You watch yourself practicing generosity and perceive the self-interest behind it. You watch yourself expressing hurt and notice the strategic element in that expression. You catch yourself constructing a narrative about your behavior and realize it is just a construction. The result is a specific type of estrangement from yourself, the feeling of being a stranger in your own life, observing your own gestures as if they belonged to someone else. Dostoevsky called this the underground, not a place but a state, a condition of a consciousness so turned inward that the outer life starts to feel like a performance observed by the true self. The inhabitant of the underground faces a temptation. Because they see the void clearly, they are also extremely aware of the tools available to avoid looking at it. Every notification, every optimized feed, every productivity system that turns hours of potential silence into structured results, The noise of civilization is not accidental. It is necessary. It is what a culture produces when the alternative is silence. The direct encounter with the fact of existence without distractions is more than most people can bear. And the tragedy of the underground man is that he cannot use the noise fully, because he sees things as they are. He knows productivity is a form of evasion. He knows social performance is a mask. He knows optimism is a leap what Camus later called philosophical suicide, the decision to believe in meaning because the alternative is unbearable, and he cannot take the leap. The agony you feel is not a defect. It is the system functioning honestly. The discomfort of hyperconsciousness is not a symptom of a mental problem. It is the accurate perception of a mind that refuses to accept the comfortable lies that make daily life run smoothly, choosing anesthesia with full awareness of what it is. That is the true underworld. Dostoevsky does not offer a resolution. He does not teach you how to fix the hyperconscious mind. He doesn't offer a method to make the unconscious productive or find peace. You can be the man of action. You can choose deliberately to limit your gaze, to accept comfortable fictions as practical truths, to live on the surface because the depths are too cold. Many people find genuine warmth in those shallow waters. Or you can refuse the leap, refuse the comfortable narrative. Accept that lucidity will cost you the ease others possess. In that refusal, the willingness to remain with the wound open instead of covering it with a fake cure lies the only genuinely human act possible. Revolt. It is the refusal to become mechanical, the insistence on remaining a being for whom nothing is automatic, nothing is simply processed, filed away, and forgotten. In the moment that text begins to describe the interior of your own mind, something becomes possible. The experience of being genuinely, uncomfortably, irrevocably real. Real, that is the only form of existence a conscious being can inhabit without betraying their essence. What would you be willing to see if you accepted that the act of seeing is the goal? Go to the comments. Write an honest sentence about this. If this had meaning for you, subscribe to the channel. Activate the bell. Until then,